Today we're going to talk about the thing we're using right now, the Internet. The Internet as we know it today has only been around for 15 to 20 years, and already it's almost impossible to think of life without it. It's made everything so much easier. Booking a hotel, finding information, even learning a language. The Internet really started during the Cold War between America and Russia. In 1957, the Russians put a satellite into space, Sputnik. This surprised America and made them try to beat the Russians' technology. One thing they put a lot of effort into was computer science. The next year, in 1958, President Eisenhower started something called the Advanced Research Projects Agency, or ARPA. ARPA were the first people to connect computers together. At that time, computers were the size of rooms and not very powerful, but ARPA still managed to connect them. This was called ARPANET. After that, they also connected computers using radio networks and then satellite networks. Connecting these different networks was called internetworking, or the Internet for short. At the beginning, this Internet was only used by the military, government, scientists, and academics. It was only much later that normal people could use it, by around the early 1990s. This was because originally it wasn't very user-friendly. The basic things you need to have in an Internet network are a client, like a computer, mobile phone, iPad, a server where the data is kept, routers, which move information along the network, and then the physical things used to connect these up, like cables and wires. To use these things, clients, servers, and routers, you need a way for them to communicate with each other. You need some rules that everyone follows, so that the different parts of the Internet can talk to each other. These rules are called protocols. These protocols are like the language of the Internet. If all the parts use the same protocol, they can talk to each other. One famous protocol is an IP address. This is the number given to your computer when you connect to the Internet. It means other computers can find you among the millions of other computers out there. The reason the Internet started as a military or government system was because of the Cold War with Russia. The Americans wanted to create a system that would still work even if some of it was damaged. To do this, information or data doesn't travel in one straight line across the Internet. In fact, it travels in lots of different ways. The idea was to create a network large enough that if one part of it was damaged, the data could always travel a different way. The way that this happens is that each bit of data, each file, that travels across the Internet does not travel in one piece. Instead, it's broken up into lots of smaller pieces, called packets. Let's say you want to send a file from computer A to computer B. This file could be something like a picture or an email. Before sending it, computer A breaks up this file into many different small packets. It then sends these small packets across the Internet to computer B. These packets all travel through the Internet in different ways. The reason for this is that if the whole file was sent in one piece, it could easily get lost or get stuck if some part of the Internet was damaged. However, if many small packets are sent and they all go different ways, the file will usually get to computer B. The way it works is like this. If some of the small packets don't get there, if they get lost, computer B will send a message back saying, "I'm missing packet 27, please send it again." Computer A will then send packet 27 again. Each packet has the information about how many packets there should be, and how to put them back together again to create the whole file. Although it started as something for scientists, the military and the government, The internet is now used by everyone. The man who helped change this was Tim Berners-Lee. He created the World Wide Web, the www at the beginning of websites. This is a system that lets people browse the internet using a browser like Internet Explorer, Google Chrome, Firefox or Safari. The internet is now one of the major parts of our life, and the number of users increases by millions every year.